Welcome everyone, my name's MoreAli-A. Today is unreal. Oh my gosh, it's happened. Generation 2 Pokemon have been confirmed. Over 80 Pokemon are coming to Pokemon Go this week, my friends, including new items, new berries, new updates. It is crazy. These guys, although this is a shiny Umbreon, but these guys, Generation 2 Pokemon, are coming, and I've got all the information for you guys. On top of that, today we've got a full-on Pokemon Go adventure where I'm evolving new Pokemon. I've got crazy rare captures. I'm definitely hatching 2 10-kilometer eggs. Oh my gosh, it is going to be nuts. So earlier today, the Pokemon Go Twitter account not only had a new banner change with Generation 2 Pokemon, they also released a trailer. Alright guys, let's watch this trailer together. The Pokemon Company. Oh my gosh, when this came out, I was like, no, it's actually finally happening. More Pokemon have appeared in the real world. Oh my gosh. We've got Cyndaquil, one of the 5-stars. We've got Hoppip. We've got ourselves Chikorita. We have got ourselves Crobat. We've got ourselves Scoldy. We've got ourselves Dolphin. We've got ourselves Hoot. We've got ourselves Murkrow. And we have, I didn't quite catch that. Totodile, my favorite Gen 2 starting Pokemon, Marill. All of the Gen 2 Pokemon, apart from probably the legendaries, are being added this week, my friends. But what else is happening? I've just realized how messy our room looks. But ignore that. This is Generation 2 time, baby. If you guys are so pumped for this, if you guys cannot wait and can't believe that finally Generation 2 Pokemon are coming to the game, smash that thumbs up button. Make sure you're subscribing. I'm getting back on the daily Pokemon Go grind. It's going to be so freaking good. So, when are these Pokemon coming out? So far, all they've said is this week. They've had no specific time or date. Generally, Niantic will update their game sort of early Thursday morning, late Wednesday evening, depending on where you are in the world. So I think potentially we could wake up tomorrow with a load of brand new Gen 2 Pokemon just available in the wild, straight up, ready to capture. If we wake up tomorrow and they're not in the game, stay tuned on my Twitter, stay tuned here on my YouTube. I'll keep you guys updated when we find out exactly when they're coming, but it will be soon. They're ready to go into the game, like, it's literally happening. Oh my freaking gosh. But on top of that, there's more than just new Pokemon. So if you take a look on screen here, we can see the evolution icon now has a little silhouette of the Pokemon you're about to turn into. Some of them have a question mark, for example, EV, and aren't quite filled out if they've got different options for when they evolve. There's now a new capture icon screen, so you can use those berries, those raspberries, straight away. Eventually, it's been added into the game. You'll be able to get certain evolution items, such as the Sunstone, King's Rock, Metal Coat, Dragon Scale, and Upgrade, which allow you to evolve Pokemon from Gen 1 into Gen 2, for example, Scyther into Sizzle, or for example, Slowpoke into Slowking. Those can be acquired through Pokestops. I'm not sure how rare they'll be yet, but make sure you're spinning those stops for those rare evolution items. There's also 2 brand new berries, believe it or not. One called the Pinap Berry, which will mean it will slow down the Pokemon's movement, so it's easier to throw a Pokeball at it, and it's less likely to jump out the way as you're just about to throw. And the Nabab Berry, which is really good, gives you double the candies when you capture the Pokemon, assuming you capture it the next Pokeball throw. So I don't think you can stack these berries. You can only be using one at a time. So guys, I can't quite convey to you how nuts this is. I didn't really think it'd ever happen, and it is happening. A whole 80 plus new Pokemon coming to the game. You're gonna be seeing so many videos here. We've got Eevee, Espeon, Tyranitar, you name it, those Gen 2 Pokemon. I am so freaking excited to get. If you guys are excited, as I said, smash the thumbs up button. Stay tuned right here on the channel. But I've got a full episode for you guys. I went out and about during the Valentine update, and I've also got some information on that update as well. I go and capture really rare wild Pokemon. I go and hatch 10-kilometer eggs, and I do some brand new evolutions. So get pumped, guys. It's a brand new Pokemon episode. Now, first off, let's kick this off with one of my greatest wild captures ever. I'm actually going to relive this moment as it happened at 2 a.m. at night, my friends. So this is how it all kicked off. Right here at 2 a.m. You may recognize this spot from my vlog recently. This is where I took Eevee to play in the snow for the first time, and it's actually snowing right now. I know it looks kind of pathetic on camera, but it is snowing. So it all kicked off right here. And the reason I pull up my phone here and play a little bit of Pokemon Go is because this is where I take Eevee to do all of her business. And there's also a few spawners here. So I always pull up my phone and check what's spawning. And I put it out and I'm like, okay, I'll check what's nearby. I'm like, wait a second. There's a Lapras nearby. I have never seen a wild Lapras out and about. And there's one near my house somewhere. and I'm moving around. It ain't spawning here, and I'm like, you know what I've got to do? I've got to jump in the car. I've got to go and find it. It's nearby. It's so close. There's only a few roads around here. As you guys know, if you see my vlog, I can't drive the R8. So I jump in the A1, my friend. I get my phone at the ready. I'm like, we have got to go and do a little bit of exploring. It's got to be so close. If it's on my sightings list, it's got to be around here. We got to find it. So guys, I end up driving for what is like 30 seconds, literally nowhere at all. I pull up my car right here. As you can see on my screen, a wild Lapras. Now this is so lucky because it's actually behind the gates right there. I can't get inside the gates, but thank God I managed to walk up to them and a Lapras freaking spawns on me. Now, the greatest thing about this personally is the fact that Lachlan, another great friend of mine at his Pokemon Go videos, I'm sure you've heard of him, doesn't have a Lapras. I think it's the only Pokemon he doesn't have. And I have one at 2 AM when I randomly take Eevee out for a walk, spawn on me just 30 seconds down the road. So it's 2,200. This guy is a good CP Pokemon. I'm throwing Ultra Balls. I'm like, come on, this has got to happen. And then, boom, my friend, gotcha. Lapras was cool. Bro, if trading was in the game, Lachlan, I'd give it to you. Honestly, I've got a few Laprases. I don't even mind. This guy's above average, so it's not the best IVs in the world, but a freaking wild Lapras. Oh my gosh, guys, insane. I think as far as great captures to start off a video, that's deserving of a thumbs up for sure. You see, guys, when I told you this was going to be a banger of an episode, I was not lying. We've still got the eggs to come, which I'll update you guys on. We've still got a brand new evolution, which I'm still unsure on which one it's going to be, but I'll also tell you guys about that in a second. For the moment, let's talk about the current update that's in effect, and also update you guys on all the switch arounds of the eggs, because if you don't know about it, it can be very confusing. So let's take a seat. Or not, because someone has stolen my seat. Someone is on my desk. I see how it is. All right. Finally have some space on my own seat. So, for those guys that do not know, there's currently a Valentine's update for Pokemon Go. Everything is double candy. That means everything you catch, everything you transfer, and everything you walk as your buddy Pokemon is double candy. So that's cool. That means I can get like more Dratini, Snorlax, Lapras candies if I want to walk those guys off. It also means the increased spawns of a lot of pink Pokemon, a very vague link there, but that's what it is. This update will actually end on February the 15th, so make sure you're taking advantage of this. So, not the biggest update in the world, as I said, unfortunately. One of my designers I work with on Skype, I told him about his update, and straight away he was like, why didn't they add Love Balls into the game as a little update? And maybe it could have like better chance of capturing these pink Pokemon. I'm like, see, that would have been such a small and great idea, but they just don't do it, unfortunately. But let's move on to the eggs, because the eggs really are an interesting switch up. So thanks for guys over at Sylph Road. This is the brand new egg distribution. So let's go through them and see how the eggs are all switched up and how we're looking. So let's start on the 2 kilometers. I always thought 2 kilometers were some of the best eggs you could get in the game. You had a high chance of getting a starting Pokemon, obviously had Clefairy and Igglybuff. Now it's completely switched up. We've got Pokemon like Machamp, Abra, which is a great one, Slowpoke, Execute, all of these guys are now filling the 2K category as well. Garcy's in there, it's cool if you want some more Garcy candies. So 2Ks is a lot more packed and arguably have gotten a little bit worse as well. So expect a lot of random Pokemon to come from your 2 kilometer eggs now. Moving on to 5 kilometers, these guys have had a little bit of a switch up. They've had some Pokemon from the 10 kilometer egg move over into 5 kilometer. You'll notice Onix there, you'll notice Pinsir, you'll notice Scyther. You still got Porygon, Pichu, and the Togepi I freaking need. And obviously Eevee got moved from 10s to 5s a while ago as well. So not too many changes in the 5 kilometer egg category. Hopefully with these changes I've got a better chance of getting Togepi though. And then finally 10 kilometers are now really the godly eggs. There's not really any trash in here at all. We've got 3 baby Pokemon. For me, Snorlax and Lapras are amazing. Obviously, Dratini's amazing. And this guy, oh my god, I'm hoping I can hatch this guy today. So this is the updated egg list. I'll leave it on screen there for a second if you want to print screen it, take a look at it, take it all in. This is what you're now looking at from all of your eggs. So guys, let me update you on the eggs and the brand new evolution for this video. You can see the Valentine's update in full effect. You've got Clefairy and the Slowpoke nearby, and obviously those guys got increased spawns. I don't want my character to move around too much because if I go to eggs, the only things that got incubated, believe it or not, are 2 10Ks. I got very, very lucky. I've got one at 9.88, that's like 120 meters off of hatching, and then another one at 7.98. So, what I'm going to do very quickly is start incubating these 2Ks. Now, these 2Ks and 5Ks should be the new distribution eggs, so they could lead to any of the Pokemon I've just shown you guys on screen that are now falling. Oh my gosh, that egg has gone up. Oh my gosh. Let's go and put that one in there. What's it at now? 9.93. It is so close to hatching. I'm hoping for that Aerodactyl. And if we then go to the Pokedex, you'll know, if you've been watching my videos for a long time, it got to a point where Pokemon Go was slowing down a little bit. And I was like, I want to save some evolutions for videos. I want to do some for special reasons. Nidoking and Nidoqueen, I've got a video idea in mind that I still haven't done yet. That's why I haven't touched that. Machamp, however, have done that evolution. Graveler in between Golem and Geodude, I've just never caught. Muck, I cannot do. And then we're left with like regional Pokemon. And then the video you guys have been asking for so much is Dratini to Dragonair to Dragonite. Now, Claire and I have been waiting for both of us to have enough candies to do the evolution. Claire can just do it. So, at some point soon, Claire and I will get together and both do the Dragonite evolution. Do not worry. For baby Pokemon, we've got Pichu, Clefairy, Igglybuff, and then, of course, Smoochum, Elekid, and Magby. The only one we need now is that freaking Togepi. Oh my gosh, come on, Togepi. So, today, what we're going to be doing is the Machamp evolution, because obviously I need that. And while we're here, we may as well get rid of Graveler as well and do the evolution as well. So stick around for me to fill up 2 new slots on my Pokedex, which is awesome. So guys, we've checked in on our eggs, we've checked in on our Pokedex. That means I just need to go out and about, find a spot to hopefully get some decent wild Pokemon. Who knows, maybe we'll run it into a Porygon or a Chansey. I'd actually be really excited if we got another Chansey, because as I said, never seen one in the wild. So let's set off on today's adventure, get those eggs hatching, and oh my gosh, please give me an Aerodactyl 10Ks. Let's hope. So this park has treated Claire and I so well. It's one of the first parks we discovered very close to us when Pokemon Go came out. And we never would have, what? A wild Cypher? That's pretty decent. I was going to say, when we talked about the 10km eggs, I was only 32 CP as well. Oh my god, I got no Pokeballs. So many new things are hitting me at once. I was going to say that if I get a Scyther from a 10k, I wouldn't be too upset. Now, you may be thinking, but Ali, you just told me that Cyphers aren't in 10Ks anymore. Well, my 2 10Ks are actually the old 10Ks, so they're not the new... I'm going to have to sit down to freaking catch. Come on, Ali. Oh my god, come on. There we go. My 10Ks are old 10Ks, so they still have a chance, unfortunately, of getting Scyther, Pinsir, and Onix. Now, I don't know if I should say this on camera, but I haven't gotten any of those guys in a while, especially an Onix, one of the worst ones you can get. My luck has been very good for me. I've got on all of the baby Pokemon you can get in 10km eggs. Claire's, I think, got none of them. Then we get 6 Scyther candies. And the reason I wouldn't be too upset with a Scyther from an egg is because they've actually added in all the evolution items, which is King's Rock, Metal Coat, and all those evolution items that will be needed to evolve Pokemon into their Gen 2 evolutions. So Scyther into Sizzle, Slowpoke into Slowking, etc. So any Scyther candies are useful. And if we look on screen here, look at that. It's actually a Squirtle spawn. As I said, this park has treated us so well. One of the other new Pokemon, I forgot to mention in the beginning, I knew there was a third one. Not just Chansey, not just Porygon, but Lickitung. Another very rare Pokemon as well. I think I've hatched 2 from eggs before, but not very common at all. One of the rarest 5k Pokemons you can actually hatch. I think this is a Scyther and Squirtle spawn. That's a freaking good spawn. If you guys live near this park, come on down right now. I've actually got an Eevee on top of me, so I'm going to catch this Eevee, hit up a few of the Pokestops, because obviously my eggs aren't quite full at the moment, and I'm sure that 10k will hatch any second. Tell you what guys, it is absolutely freezing. I didn't have my gloves on because I wanted to obviously play on my phone. I'm gonna have to put the gloves on. It is so cold. There's quite a few people out here playing Pokemon Go. Seen a few kids catching the Squirtles. I want to try and go for that Lickitung. I want to capture at least one of those Pokemon that's got increased spawns over Valentine's. Now, the reason I've set up the camera here, whew, I've got the first 10k, guys. I've got the first 10k. What are we going to get? Now, Claire isn't with us. She's almost always with us for these Pokemon Go videos. She's back at home at the moment doing some work. So it's just up to us to bring this 10k luck. What are we saying? What are we saying? Give me an Aerodactyl. Oh my god. Claire is gonna be so mad. I've got 200 candies for it now. It's a wonder. HP. Oh my god. I was just thinking to myself the other day, it was right here, maybe it's a 10Ks from this park, I don't know, that I hatched another Dratini with Claire, and she was like, are you serious? I've hatched 3 Dratinis in the last like 10Ks, including all the baby Pokemon, including like a Lapras and a Snort. My luck is ridiculous. I cannot knock that. It's not Aerodactyl, guys, but hey, at least it isn't a freaking Onyx, you know what I mean? Wow. I told you this episode's gonna be an absolute banger. Look at that. 211 candies means that when it comes to that Dragonite evolution episode we've been promising you guys, my Dragonite will be strong. As long as that Stardust stays quite high up, I'm gonna have to be, you know, cautionary on using my Stardust. I should definitely get a beast 3000 CP Dragonite. Oh! Whew. All right, let's keep on walking. I've got another 10K to hatch, remember? And those 2Ks will hatch alongside it as well. So let's brace this cold, brace this snow, and fingers crossed our second 10K could be as lucky as that one. I've just realized, guys, that in my excitement, I've looked over something that is actually very, very lucky indeed. So I mentioned to you guys that the last time I was here was when I last hatched a Dratini, and that was actually the day after the last double candy event. So unfortunately, that Dratini hatched. I didn't get to take advantage of the double candy that I got for that hatch. But I've just hatched a Dratini during a double candy event, and I completely overlooked it. Take a look at this. For all of you keen-eyed guys would have seen it, but I just got 39 candies for hatching this guy. Are you mad? I think it's safe to say I'm too lucky. No, I'm not gonna say. I'll say that at the end of the episode once everything's hatched, everything's been done. If we can hatch another banger from a 10K, then I will confirm that. But for the moment, we still got more eggs to hatch, and I want to make sure my luck continues for them. So it's just struck me, this whole double candy situation. I hadn't really thought it over properly. Now, as you guys know, I went recently to obviously New York and Lake Tahoe. In one of the episodes, the goal was to get my best Pokemon ever, a Rhydon all the way up to hopefully 3000 CP, but at least overtake my Gyarados. I didn't quite have enough candies, we missed our flight, it was pretty chaotic. But it means now, and thank goodness I have a few left over, that I can actually go and discard these Rhyhorns right here, and I will definitely have enough candies to do the Rhydon power up. So let me just check this guy. Let's see. Wonder, defense. Maybe I should leave him alone. No, you know what? I'm never going to have enough candy to power him up again. So I'm going to get rid of all 3 of these guys here. So let's transfer all of them. And I'm now on 17 candies. Now if I go to my worst Rhydon, let's get rid of this guy as well. Let's just go for it. Let's just get rid of him as well. So now I'm sitting on 19 candies. So that's great. We can do a power up of Rhyhorn at the end as well. There's my only chance I've ever gotten, by the way, from an egg. And call me lazy, because it is kind of lazy, but I still haven't discarded all of those Bulbasaurs, Charmanders, or Squirtles from that starter increase event, which is great news, because when I do a mass discard of them, which I think I may do again in this episode, I'm gonna get so many freaking candies for them. So stay tuned for that. I'm just gonna make sure that I'm not getting rid of any good IV ones, and I'm just gonna get rid of all of them in one go, and I'm gonna get hundreds of candies, hundreds of candies. I'm gonna be rich in starting Pokemon candies. So for that little segment there, I put the camera up here, and I made a little patch of leaves so I could sit on here and not get my bum wet. However, still got my bum wet, didn't I? Now it looks like I pooped myself. Why? You got me complaining my hands are cold playing Pokemon. You got people out there playing rugby. What am I like? I can't even match up to them at all. Right guys, we're getting there. Everything's on 1.5 for the 2Ks. We're on 9.55 for the 10K. These bad boys are gonna hatch any second. So I totally forgot that one of the other things that they've added in for the Valentine's update is that lures last for 6 hours. So I'm gonna be good guy Ali, because I realised one of the lures has been on here since I've arrived and hasn't stopped, and I've been here over an hour. So I'm gonna lure up every single Pokestop here. I bumped into lots of kids that are playing, and it means that for the next 6 hours, everyone's gonna get lures on all of these Pokestops, and hopefully, although I won't be here for the whole of the 6 hours, it'll give everyone else that comes here some great sports. All right guys, it is 10-kilometer number 2 time, with the 2Ks coming along as well. Maybe we'll get some random, is that an ice cream man? Oh no, it's my Pokemon. Oh my god, I have not heard the music from this game for so long. All right. Can we get the Aerodactyl, the Pokemon we've been trying to get for so freaking long? A Scyther. I kind of built myself up for that. Not only is this a Scyther spawner, but I said I wouldn't be upset if I got one, and that marks the final ever Scyther I'll ever hatch from a 10-kilometer egg. It will never happen again. My luck isn't as good as I thought it was, guys. We've still got the 2Ks though, do not worry. What are we saying? What are we saying? What are we saying? What are we saying? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. To be fair, okay. If it's 100% IV, I won't mind too much. Let's take a look. 125. Wonder, HP, attack. Oh, almost 100. No. Oh my gosh, I thought I'd just gone and hatched 100% IV Magikarp. Now, I can do 2 Gyarados evolutions. What I'm thinking of doing, because I've got so many freaking candies, is doing the biggest, best, most insane evolution Pokemon Go video you will ever have seen. Oh, and a cat. Why? Why, world? I walk for hours to hatch this off, and I get a Scyther, a Magikarp, and a Caterpie. It's okay, it's okay. As you can see, I'm going around right now, luring everything up. You can see there, the MoreAliA's put that down. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna lure up the rest of these Pokestops for anyone else that comes here for the rest of the day. But for now, it's time to head home, do 2 new evolutions in the form of Graveler and Machamp, get rid of a load of our candies, power up our Rhydon, which should now become our #1 Pokemon, and round off what has been an awesome Pokemon Go video. I still love recording these videos, it's so much fun. Let's do it. Alright guys, we're back home. Evie has found her spot on the couch, and I have all of the starting Pokemon ready to transfer. Wow, there's a lot of them. So remember, I'm gonna get double candies for everything I'm about to do. I've got a few, like, nothing's amazing. I think I've only got 90 IV starting Pokemon for Bulbasaur. The rest of them, unfortunately, I have like 88s and 82s, not too bad. But look at that, 120 starting Pokemon about to transfer. So what, I'm gonna get, do you get 2 for transfer? Like, am I gonna get, I don't know, I think it was 1. I'm gonna get a lot of candies, that's the point. Alright guys, are you ready to transfer 120 starting Pokemon? I've been waiting to free up this space for so long. Let's do it. Oh my gosh, 84, 92, 64. So let's have a look at this. I've now got 310 Bulbasaur candies, 188 Charmander candies, and 333 Squirtle candies. Oh my gosh. Alright guys, before we do the evolution, Claire is like opposite the camera. So I hatched 2 10Ks today, okay? Okay. So the second one, so bearing in mind, no. So bearing in mind that you've now not got Scyther, Pinsir, and Onyx in the 10Ks. No, the Aerodactyl's still in there, don't worry. So they're out, but these are old 10Ks. So my second one was unfortunately a Scyther, but I'm never gonna hatch that again. My first 10-kilometer hatch, and bearing in mind it's double candies, so everything I get is double candies. It was a Dratini. So I've now got 211 Dratinis. I can't get 2, but I can power up my main one as strong as possible. I had to tell glad, still glad. Yes. Alright guys, we've got the Machop now ready to go. Now my best IV one is technically this guy, but I'm at that point now where I'm saving Stardust. I have to. I've done way too much powering up. So I'm just going to go ahead and evolve my best Machop. It's still certainly caught her attention, so it's still going to be a decent CP. But I don't have enough Stardust to power it up when it eventually becomes a Machamp. So, let's see how good it is going to be. Evie, you excited for this one, little miss? You excited? We've never had this one before. We've had a Machoke before. I actually caught this at COD Champs, which was like, I don't know, 5 months ago now, but I've never done the powering up. So let's go and turn this bad boy into Machamp, one I've never had before, and tick him off our Pokedex. And honestly, we're close to completion, which is kind of scary. Togepi is a long way off, and Togetic its evolution even further, but there we go. Machamp has been added to the Pokedex. I don't get to see this very often. Registered to Pokedex. 4-armed, crazy man. 2000 CP is not too bad at all. Looking very menacing. You may have seen in a Pokemon 3D series as well. So boom, I think that's a decent moveset as well. Not too bad. So now he's ticked off, but I said I was going to do another evolution as well. So here I have my strongest Geodude. So let's evolve this bad boy as well. 2 big evolutions, really. I mean, back in the day, there would be really big evolutions. Let's turn him into Graveler, which is going to be the first time we've got him. I've actually had a few, if you're wondering why I haven't got Graveler, I've had Golem. I've had, like, a lot of wild Golem captures. Don't ask me why. They've all been in LA as well, I think. But I've never caught a Graveler. So bam, another one added to our Pokedex. 1,200. Who do you reckon is going to win? Leave a comment down below. Do you think Golem's going to win, or do you think Machamp is going to win in terms of CP? I think Golem is a really big max CP now, so I think Golem. My money's on Golem's definitely going to win this evolution battle. Out he comes, little ball of rock. He's so cool in Pokemon Sun and Moon, by the way. The Alola Golem is amazing. Ooh, that's close. I think he just wins. I can't remember. Wow, let's check. Oh, wow, I stand corrected. Machamp won. Fair enough, Golem got knocked out there. So Machamp takes that evolution battle, but to finish off this video, we can now go ahead and power up this guy right here. That's gonna be 1 power up. Oof, I don't know how far he can go, you know. 2 power up. Oh my gosh, he's stuck. What? What? So Gyarados still fits above Rhyhorn, even though technically Rhyhorn is 91 IV, so he never would have been my best one. That's interesting. Oh wait, do I need more candy? I think I need 1 more candy, hold on. I think I'm gonna have to get rid of this guy. I'm gonna have to get rid of this guy. All right, buddy. Oh wait, he's favorite? No, not anymore. Sorry bro, you're no longer favorite. Get rid of that. Transfer him. Bam, I knew it. I knew he was meant to be higher. Oh, there we go. I'm pretty sure he's now maxed out. So fitting in at our #1 spot is now Rhyhorn. It took us a while. Eventually it's happened. Just coming in 2nd place with Gyarados at 2,945. So a new #1 position Pokemon, my friend. So these are the 8 we're left with after today's episode. It has been a big one. It has been a lot of fun. Let me know if you've had any epic captures, any epic hatches, any egg updates, and look out for that awesome Dragonite evolution episode with Clay and I very soon. You know my Dragonite's gonna be a beast, and we'll definitely take that #1 spot if I've got enough candies and Stardust to do so. So hopefully you've enjoyed. Give it a thumbs up if you have. It's been an epic one. Thank you guys for watching another Pokemon episode. You guys are amazing, and I'll see you guys soon.